basically you say like what you want out of the friendship. Whether they decide to leave or stay, it's not up to you. At the end of the day, they didn't change, you changed.
Drop the roof and let the smoke clear.
I should have cut that person off 5 months ago. What's up, guys? I am going to be talking about long-winded friendships. Friendships that you should have just laid off, like how fast food restaurants laid off their employees during COVID. I remember listening to a podcast on Spotify, and they were talking about cutoff culture and cancel culture and stuff like that. And I remember them saying that cutting off like people that make you uncomfortable is unrealistic, because not everyone is going to make you feel comfortable, and not everyone is going to always be on your side. She brought up an example of, if I'm feeling sad or I'm feeling down, I just know not to go to that person because they're not going to make me feel good. I'm not going to cut them off because they don't make me feel good. I'm just not going to be around them. And I'm sitting here thinking, like, why do you have somebody around you that literally doesn't make you feel good? What is their purpose in your life? Is it the aesthetic? Like, what is there to do? See, I had a friendship that just ended literally like a week or two ago. And I kept having this like intuitive nudge to just kind of sever ties and cut things off, because things weren't really working out. It felt awkward. And I thought, okay, I know that I have a traumatic past with toxic friend groups and things of that nature. So you know what? It's just my limiting beliefs. Let me just push this down and let me try to just fight through it, because I know that I'm still working through my trauma, and I know that I'm still working through my pain. So I'm not going to project how I feel on the inside onto her. But little did I know that intuitive nudge was literally my gut telling me that this relationship isn't serving me. Now, this isn't one of those moments where it was like nothing was happening. We were kiki ha-haing, and I was like, you know what? Nothing is happening. We're having a good relationship. I think I should cut this off. Like, no, I kept on getting subtle nudges, whether it is someone always declining, you know, my request on like going out to hang out, and or if I'm having a conversation with the person, they would always pick up the phone and just like, hey, like just keep me on hold, or pick up a phone call in the midst of a conversation. And even though I do understand, like, I'm not going to be the center of everyone else's universe, it did make me feel some type of way. And I felt as though I used my past trauma to cover up the fact that I was feeling some type of way. I knew that I was still healing. I knew that I was still going through that healing process, which made me gaslight myself in my feelings. So I was just like pushing everything down, while at the same time trying to heal myself. And I wasn't realizing that the things that I was asking the universe for, the things that I was asking God for, writing down on paper, it wasn't showing up in the friendship. Because you see, when you ask the universe or God, however you, whatever you call the ultimate power, the ultimate source, when you ask them for something, you are automatically aware of the things that don't fit that mold. When you ask God for true love, when you ask God for positive relationships showing up in your life, when you ask God for things of that nature, you start to realize the other things in your life that doesn't match, that is not on a vibrational match. So you start to look at some people side-eyed, and you're like, wait, I've been kicking it with this person for like years, months on end, like, and I didn't see this until now, because God is putting a spotlight on those things that you said that you wanted, and also putting a spotlight on the things that don't match with what you said. So you're saying this, but you're accepting this. You go up to the person and basically you say like what you want out of the friendship, and whether they decide to leave or stay, it's not up to you, because at the end of the day, they didn't change, you changed. It's not you, it's me. And you have to accept that. It's not them. It's literally not them. It's you that is wanting this change, that's wanting to metamorphosize this ideal friendship. And you want to switch the dynamic of your relationships around. And you're able to do that. And if the person is not able to be that person in your life, you have the option to walk away. And I feel like many of us stay in these relationships because it is what brought us comfort for so many years, but we want a different level of comfort. We want a different level of love. See, I was watching an interview with Trevor Noah and Jay Shetty. And I remember Jay said something in the interview that really sparked my attention. And I'm gonna put the clip in here real quick so you guys can see what I was talking about.
If I didn't like it on Friday, if I didn't like the energy and I could tell the guest didn't like the energy, I would have shifted the room immediately.
Okay.
Because I'm not gonna wait around if I'm clear on something or I'm sensing it.
Right.
So he was saying if he doesn't feel right, or if he feels like that something is off, he's not gonna fuck around and find out what is off about the energy. He goes with his gut feeling first. Like he goes with that feeling of something doesn't feel right. And the crazy thing about it, we all have those feelings. We all have those gut feelings of this person seems a little iffy, I don't know, but we still follow through with the friendship because either the person has something that you don't, whether it's followers, money, this, that, and the third. Like, we still follow through with that relationship because we feel as though we need them. I wholeheartedly believe what I can get from one person, I can get from somebody else. Let's say you have 1 million followers on Instagram, but you have a terrible attitude. I wholeheartedly believe I can find another person that has 1 million followers on Instagram with a better attitude. Why would I settle for someone that has a stank attitude because they got something that I want to achieve, when I can literally go find someone that has that, and I would also like to be around them? You know what I'm trying to say? It's crazy how we ignore that part of ourselves. Like, we ignore that part of ourselves. Like, I don't think this person is the healthiest for me. And just because the person isn't like the healthiest for you, that doesn't mean that them as an overall person is toxic. It just means that you and them, like, you guys are not clicking. Like, the relationship together is not going to suit you and is not going to help you grow into the person that you want to become. So don't think because you're cutting somebody off, oh, like, you automatically have to deem someone as toxic. Like, don't just be throwing the toxic word around just because. Like, maybe you don't even have to cut the person off. Maybe you just have to, like, back away. Like, I feel like we always kind of go straight to, like, cutting somebody off when you don't necessarily have to do that. You can just slightly just step back from the relationship, because nothing in this world is black and white. Like, nothing in this world is black and white. Just don't keep the person as close to you. But there are situations where you just have to dead it. Like, just, it's not doing you any good. Like, the person is shady, you don't feel safe around the person. I don't think you should be having someone actively in your life that makes you feel like shit. Ultimately, I hope this video helps somebody in their whole journey to finding, like, friends, or like if they're in their isolation period. I hope this helps somebody, because I know this is a message that I needed when it came to finding, like, a group of people, or just a one person I feel like I can relate to on different levels, whether it's spiritually, just mentally, like, we can just have, like, those intellectual conversations as well. But yeah, I just hope you guys enjoy this video, and remember to like, share, comment, and subscribe. And I hope you guys have a wonderful holiday season. As you can see, hence this Christmas tree is about to be Christmas, and I'm actually going to a holiday party literally at like 3 o'clock and it's about to be 1, but y'all, like, I had to get dressed and make this YouTube video because I wanted to, and I have the whole fit underneath, like, but this is a low V-neck, so I don't want to be flashing anybody and I don't want to be distracting anybody while I talk about real shit. So put on this cute little thing. I got it from Primark, so yeah, don't ask me where I got it from. Well, I already told you where I got it from. Okay, this video needs to end. I'm gonna start rambling. All right, bye y'all.